When you think of flipping, you might think buy a house, fix it up, sell it, and make some money. Well, that happened here during the real estate boom, but it's not all that happened. There was another kind of flipping going on, and it's still costing you today. This week, the Herald-Tribune and SNN Local News 6 bring you a special report on flipping, the real estate fraud.
They were selling it to their friends, or they were selling it to business associates, so they were arranging these deals among themselves.
That's not how real estate sales usually work, and it throws the whole system upside down.
The whole real estate industry and the mortgage industry relies on what is a market value for a house. So if you're not selling it on the open market, it becomes very difficult to determine, well, should a bank loan this much money on this house? Is the house really worth that?
Organized flipping made some people a lot of money, and some used fraud to get it.
What these people found a way to do in various ways was to inflate the price so much that the loan more than paid for what they had to spend to buy the property. So all of a sudden, instead of getting $80,000 from the bank to help you buy a $100,000 house, they're getting $120,000 from the bank to buy a $100,000 house.
But the ride didn't last. In a year-long investigative project, our colleagues at the Herald-Tribune found that between 2005 and 2008, there were $450 million in loan defaults connected with organized flipping that had inflated values in Sarasota and Manatee counties. The fast rise of property values attracted average Floridians to the real estate market who, though they didn't turn to fraud, did contribute to the frenzy.
And you had little bitty people that thought that they could make a profit, and they didn't buy one, they didn't buy two, they bought 10. They had no business buying 10.
And ultimately, they couldn't afford it. So if you didn't buy or sell property while all of that was happening, how did it affect you? The answer is in your home's value, your taxes, and maybe even your bank. First Priority Bank was shut down by regulators in July of 2008, saddled with $45 million in loan losses.
About 40%, almost half of those $45 million in bad loans were caused by flippers and by flipping. So flipping helped to kill one of the banks in our area.
There are banks around the country dealing with toxic assets and getting taxpayer money to help out. Meanwhile, you've also seen the effect on your property tax bills.
Your values appear to be going up. The taxes that you get charged then also go up.
Real estate consultant Dennis Black points out another effect on local governments.
So they were seeing this tremendous windfall, and they were ramping up and bringing in all sorts of employees and increasing services and making long-term commitments. And now that income stream is not there unless they raise the tax rate. So whether you were involved or not, you've been damaged.
Tomorrow on SNN Local News 6, we'll take you into a neighborhood where quite a bit of flipping was happening, and we'll show you the consequences. And our colleagues at the Herald-Tribune continue their report all week in the Herald-Tribune and online at heraldtribune.com.